Hey everybody, Swordsmith here, and welcome to the new 1.8 Snapshot. So there are a lot of really awesome things that have been added in the Snapshot, and I think everyone will enjoy them. Some of the more notable features are these items that have been... Sponge has been requesting a use for a long time, and Sponge now has a new texture. There's also a new block called Wet Sponge. So we'll start off with Sponge, I suppose, and if you put Sponge into water, you'll see that it absorbs all the water within a 5-block radius and becomes wet sponge. So all of the water here, this is all water. It has a bit of a bugged texture for some reason at the moment, but you'll see all the sponge will absorb all the water. So that's kind of awesome. Sponge really has been needing a use for a while. And if you see me lagging a little bit, I would recommend, well, if you see you lagging, I'd recommend turning your render distance down if you're out in the middle of the ocean, because the water texture is so glitchy that it's really hard for computers to render it in well. So we also have a lot of other new blocks. We have dark prismarine, which looks like this. We have prismarine bricks, which also look nice, and we have prismarine. We also have sea lanterns, which is like a really nice form of glowstone. That's another alternative to using glowstone, and I like it quite a bit more. But you have prismarine crystals as well. Those don't really do anything at the moment, I don't believe, but if you put prismarine shards into a crafting bench, you will get a whole bunch of prismarine blocks, as you can see. So that is pretty useful. I do like the texture of prismarine, but just a couple notable bug things that are going on. Lava has a really strange bugged texture right now. It has the top texture of an ice block, so it looks a little weird. If we go into it, you'll see it also has a strange fire texture. So that's kind of strange. But the most notable thing is these underwater dungeons. So in these you are going to find something, a very formidable foe called the Guardian. So this is what those guys look like, a Guardian. I'll spawn it on land so you can see it sort of do this flopping motion. When they get on land, they flop out like a fish. And they are a little freaky. I was assuming Hydra for the new boss mob. But these guys are most definitely some of the most formidable foes in Minecraft. So you'll see that if we take all of these out, we can have a pretty good standoff right here. Just put on all the diamond armor, throw that out, and then we also get mining fatigue. If you saw that there, that happens every once in a while. I don't think there's an exact reason why. But let's go ahead and take out a diamond pickaxe, because that could also be useful while we're experimenting with this dungeon. And a water breathing potion, because otherwise you will drown, sadly. So, if we go into game mode S really quick, you'll see that we have mining fatigue 3. So that is what you get when you come down in these dungeons, so you can't just mine through them. It is incredibly hard. I'll leave it at that. So you do have to actually go through the dungeon. You'll see two of these guys are trying to attack me right now, and they do quite a lot of damage. I just wanted to show you their attacks. And so, why don't we go back into creative mode, because otherwise I'm going to die before we even get through this. But you'll see that the underwater dungeon looks pretty sweet. We have this awesome underwater archway. You can see I threw my armor down there. And you have to go through each of the rooms where there are these guardians. And once you get through the rooms, it's like a huge maze, as you can see. If we go down here, you know, it's like all sides you are just blocked, and then of course there's guardians guys too, and when you kill them they will drop prismarine shards so that you can take some back to your base. I'm pretty sure that after you like beat the dungeon, I don't know if it's beatable, I haven't ever really tried it out, so we can just experiment through here and see where we end up. So let's just keep going on. I don't believe there is a specific route you are supposed to take. I don't know if there are different routes, but I'm pretty sure these are randomly generated. So let's check what's in here. We've got some gold blocks, that's pretty useful. That looks like your reward for completing the dungeon is a lot of gold. Whew, quite a lot of gold actually. It seems the dungeon reward is made in gold, so that's pretty awesome. See, I don't believe there's too many other things here besides the guardians and all of the gold. You can see this is some prismarine. It looks really awesome. It looks like a whole bunch of sea bacteria or something is growing on it. But if we go up, you will see that there are quite a few rooms in this whole dungeon scene, and there's not actually a ton of stuff to look at in it right now. I think they will eventually add more stuff. Here is a really big, large guardian. you'll see that this guy is huge compared to the rest. And so let's just go ahead and take out the rest, and then I will attack the large one. So let's go into game mode S, and we can start killing him. Hopefully, I think we're probably going to die actually, because he is pretty powerful and has a lot of health. He doesn't have a boss bar at the moment, I believe. I think he will eventually, and I think he's just called like Ultimate Guardian. But when you kill him, you will get a couple things. Let's go back into creative so I don't die here. You will get a block of wet sponge, and you will get a prismarine shard, which is pretty nice because that's just about the only way you can come by prismarine, since you have such a heavy mining fatigue here. You'll also see that the glowstone, or the whatever you call this, has a cool breaking sound as well. So these guys are, there's quite a few of them down here. There's also a couple other things that you can find. I haven't been able to find any myself. I think that the loot that you get from these is randomly generated. So if you guys would actually like to check this kind of dungeon out on your own, I will include the seed and the coordinates to teleport to in the description. But I hope you guys enjoyed. That's about all I've got for this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.